Italian history spans millennia, beginning with prehistoric settlements, the rise of the Etruscans, and the foundational Roman Republic, 509 BC, and Empire. Following Rome's fall in 476 AD, the peninsula became fragmented into city-states, foreign-ruled kingdoms, and the Papal States. Italy unified in 1861, becoming a kingdom. Then a republic in 1946 after Fascism and World War II. Ancient era, c. 25,000 BCE, 476 CE. Early inhabitants and Etruscans. The peninsula was inhabited from the Paleolithic era, with major Etruscan and Greek civilizations, Magna Graecia, thriving by 700 BCE. Roman Republic and Empire, founded in 753 BC. Rome established a republic in 509 BC, eventually dominating the Mediterranean. It transitioned to an empire in 27 BC following Julius Caesar's, with Augustus as the first emperor. Fall of Rome. The Western Roman Empire collapsed in 476 AD, ending when Romulus Augustus was deposed by Odoacer. Middle Ages and Renaissance, 476, 1600s. Fragmented peninsula. After Rome's fall, Italy was dominated by Germanic tribes, Ostrogoths, Lombards, and later the Byzantine Empire. Maritime republics and Papal States, cities like Venice and Genoa, gained prosperity via trade, 11th century. The Pope held significant secular power in central Italy. The Renaissance, centered in cities like Florence. This period brought a rebirth of art, science, and humanism, 14th to 16th centuries. Unification and modern era, 1700s, present. Foreign rule. Italy was largely controlled by foreign powers, including the Habsburgs, Austria, and French influences, until the 19th century. Risorgimento, unification. Through the efforts of leaders like Cavour and Garibaldi, Italy was united as a single kingdom in 1861. Fascism and World War II. Italy saw the rise of Benito Mussolini's fascist regime in 1922, leading to involvement in World War II. Republic and modern Italy. In 1946, Italy voted to become a republic. The nation underwent an economic boom in the 1960s and became a major modern industrial, cultural, and political force in the European Union. The First Republic, 1946 to 1994. Birth of the Republic. Following a 1946 referendum that abolished the monarchy, Italy adopted a new constitution in 1948. Politics were dominated by the Christian Democracy, DC, Party, while the Italian Communist Party, PCI, remained the primary opposition, but was excluded from government due to Cold War tensions. The economic miracle. During the 1950s and 60s, Italy saw rapid industrial growth, transforming from a rural society into a global industrial power. Italy also became a founding member of the European Economic Community, now the EU, with the Treaty of Rome in 1957. The years of lead, 1970s. This was a period of intense political violence and terrorism from both far-left, Red Brigades, and far-right groups. The era's defining tragedy was the kidnapping and murder of former Prime Minister Aldo Moro in 1978. Now the history of Greece. Greek history spans over 4,000 years, beginning with Bronze Age civilizations like the Minoans and Mycenaeans. It evolved through independent city-states, polis, like Athens and Sparta, creating foundations for democracy and Western culture. Later, it was shaped by Persian Wars, Hellenistic expansion, Roman rule, the Byzantine Empire, and modern independence. Key periods in Greek history. Bronze Age, circa 300 to 1100 BC. The Minoans, Crete, and Mycenaeans developed sophisticated palaces, writing, and trade networks before collapsing. Dark Ages and Archaic period, c. 1100 to 480 BC. A decline followed by a re-emergence, leading to urbanization. The rise of the polis, city-state, and colonization across the Mediterranean. Classical Greece, c. 480 to 323 BC. Athens and Sparta thrived, initiating democracy and philosophical thought. But constant rivalry and the Peloponnesian War 431 to 404 BC, weakened the city-states. Hellenistic Age, 323 to 31 BC, initiated by Philip II and Alexander the Great. Greek culture spread eastward through conquest until the Roman Empire took control. Roman and Byzantine era, 31 BC 1453 AD. Greece was part of the Roman Empire, which became the Greek-speaking Byzantine Empire, based in Constantinople. Ottoman rule, 1453 to 1821. After the fall of Constantinople, Greece was ruled by the Ottoman Empire, which influenced modern Greek culture. Modern Greece, 1821 present. Greece gained independence after a war in 1821, developing into a modern nation-state while preserving its immense archaeological heritage. Key geographical context. Ancient Greece was not a unified country but a collection of independent cities around the Aegean Sea, including the coast of modern-day Turkey, Anatolia. The mountainous terrain favored the development of isolated city-states. The rise and fall of city-states, 8th to 4th century BC. Archaic period, c. 800 to 480 BC. Greece emerged from the Dark Ages by adapting the Phoenician alphabet to create the Greek alphabet. This era saw the first Olympic Games, 776 BC, and the birth of the polis, city-state, as the central political unit. The Persian Wars, 490 to 479 BC, a coalition of Greek cities, led by Athens and Sparta, repelled invasions by the Persian Empire. Decisive victories at Marathon, 490, Salamis, 480, and Plataea, 479, secured Greek independence and sparked a cultural explosion. The Golden Age of Athens, 5th century BC under the leadership of Pericles. Athens became the cultural heart of the Mediterranean. The Parthenon was built, democracy was refined, and philosophy, Socrates, and drama, Sophocles, Euripides, reached their peak. Peloponnesian War, 431 to 404 BC, a devastating civil war between the Delian League, Athens, and the Peloponnesian League, Sparta. It ended with Athens' surrender, leaving all Greek city-states weakened and vulnerable to outside powers.